Hello and welcome to Davenport Stadium on the campus of North Marion in Aurora, Oregon, as we get set for Game 2 of this Friday doubleheader. It's the first place Westland Knights trying to fend off their spot at the top of the mountain, taking on the second place Portland Pickles. For the Portland Pickles, their last game was against the Knights team 10 days ago. Things were looking grim in their last matchup as the Pickles were down 5-0 with 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. However, the Picks were able to rally off 5 runs and tie the game, but went on to give up 4 runs in the top of the 9th. On the other side, the Westland Knights are coming off their toughest game to date in the Wild Wild West Leagues as they trailed 1-0 for the first time all summer in the 6th, coming back to win 2-1 against a tough Grey Wolves squad. The Knights are looking to push their lead to 2 atop the WWWL, while the Pickles are trying to make a first place a tie. It's the Westland Knights versus the Portland Pickles, with first place on the line. First pitch is next. Well, we welcome you in, ladies and gentlemen, to another beautiful night here at Davenport. Hopefully you're getting your weekend started. We'll get you the starting lineups for both these two teams. For the Westland Knights, they will be batting first. Jake Holcroft leads things at Briley in the 2. Jake Hart, Chad Stevens at the cleanup man. Andy Armstrong, Decker Stedman, James Anderson, and rounding out the lineup, it's Gliss and Thomas Ducart. Other side, home team, Portland will be Noah Sue, Christian Cooney, Hudson Bayor, Kenyon Yovan in cleanup, CJ Rivers, Zach Morgan, and Tony Boedo, 5 through 7, and Brandon Lightgeb and Gabe Scoro. The pitching matchup, well, it's a good one. You are not going to want to miss it. Aaron Davenport leads the West Coast League in strikeouts with 10 in 5 innings, his first outing. And Jake Fennings, 14 MLB scouts here to see the big righty from Post Falls, Idaho. It will be quite the matchup on the mound. The question is, who's going to be able to take advantage of runs? Will we see some small ball, knowing that there's 2 big throwing, tall right-handers? Should be interesting this Friday. So Bradley Knight up, runner goes, swinging a drive into center field. Cooney starts back, comes forward, loses his hat, but gets to the baseball. And there's one out. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry for those technical difficulties. Jake Holcroft had a 5-pitch walk. He's at first. Bradley Knight just flew out to center. And up comes Jake Ducar. A pitching matchup between these two teams. Davenport and Fennings. Davenport in press time. Didn't give up a walk, though, against Gherkin. Lead off. We saw Holcroft running on the last pitch. See if Davenport checks on C.J. Rivers over there at first. There's the throw, and he's back sliding. One on, one out. Top of the first. Second game of our doubleheader. Second of our 6-game weekend. And a swing and a tapper foul towards the dugout. Davenport, fastball, curveball, change, upper 80s, low 90s. I think one advantage he had last time against the Gherkins, but that was actually the first game anybody has played since March. And so he had some rust on the hitters. Runner goes. In there for a strike. The throw. They got him. Jake Holcroft caught stealing. And it's an 0-2 count on Jake Ducar. Not a good sequence to be Jake. Great throw by Boeto. Holcroft had not attempted a stolen base. As about until then, I think he'll have second thoughts moving forward. Shadows creeping across the mound between the mound and home plate. The ball comes in and out of a couple shadows before it's over the plate. Strike 3, see ya. First strikeout of the game for Davenport, and he looks good early. To the bottom of the first we go. Sue, Cooney, Bayorit coming up. No score through a half. I know what you're thinking. No, that's not an NBA small forward on the mound. That is 6'7" Jake Fennings. He is why 14 scouts are in attendance today. A guy who averaged 18 and 12 in basketball during his high school year, scored 21 in the Idaho championship game, down from Padres in the 35th round of the 2018 MLB draft. And we'll be looking at Noah Sue. Sue back in the leadoff spot. Still looking for his first knock in the WWWL. This has been a 10-day gap between these Pickles. First game in this game. And there's a strike to Sue. Fennings is going to be about 90-92. Fastball, slider, curve. You can tell why a lot of scouts like him. He's got the athleticism, the build, and he deals the ball. Count of 1-1. There's a lot of eyes on him right now, and that's interesting. Oftentimes, guys pitch their best when they're not thinking, when they're not worried about the 14 scouts in the stands. So can Fennings block out the noise? Or will Sue get to him? Swing and a miss. The count of 1-2. Bottom of the first. First time we're seeing Jake Fennings. He sets and deals. And a foul back to the screen. Sue got the purple tape on the mahogany bat. A little nod to Washington. He waves at a 1-2. There goes Noah Stu. One up, one strikeout, and Christian Cooney, the man who had the inaugural home run of the WWWL, stands in. Cooney missed the last game. Looks at first pitch strike. He's 2 for 7, hitting .286 with a home run, one strikeout. And the ball upstairs, man. Fennings throws awfully hard. No score, bottom one. Cooney looks and waves. Fennings in 2020 made 4 starts, 2-2 record, 3.57 ERA, and 17 2/3. Gave up 13 hits, 10 walks. And a ball upstairs, the count of 2-2. So the command was a little bit of a problem in the shortened season. He was ranked the #1 prospect in the states of Montana, Idaho, and Wyoming, based Northwest. And he takes strike 3. Cooney is gone. Fennings, 2 up, 2 down on strikeouts. And Hudson Bajorek comes up. Well, Fennings has lived up to the hype for now. And you wonder if you're Pickles too. You see those scouts in the stands. You're like, well, it's a chance to see me. I might get in your head a little bit. And a ball upstairs. Because for Fennings, I mean, whether he has a bout at it or not, he knows scouts are still going to look at him. It's not a one-time thing. But for other guys, a chance to play Jake Fennings is a chance to get looked at by MLB scouts. 1-0. Inside. And the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Shadows almost across the infield. No score, bottom 1. There's a ball inside, the count at 3-0. Jovan on deck, who is still looking to make an impact here in the WWWL. Fennings needs to throw a strike, or he'll put Rivers on, and that's what he does. Hudson Bajorek takes first base. So, Young, the third baseman from the University of Oregon, guy who was drafted twice in his career, steps into the batter's box. Now, this is a battle. 2 guys who are very good. Kenyon from Oregon, Fennings from Oregon State. First swing and foul. Some familiarity between these two. Jovan so 1 for 8 with a single. He's 0 for his last 4 with a pair of strikeouts. A walk to Byork is the first base runner of the night for the Pickles. A 1. And the count at 1 ball, 1 strike. Bottom 1, 1 on, 2 gone. And the 1-1. Popped up behind the press box. And 1-2 to Jovan. Two Pac-12 Oregon guys going at it. The Pickles strike first. Will Fenny strike out the side? Runner after the by Orrick with a lead. He has not tried to steal this season. Swing and a high pop-up. Foul territory. Jake Ducart has room. Called off by Armstrong. And that does it. 1 walk, 1 left aboard. To the second we go. No score between the Knights and the Pickles.
It started with a checkup that led to a question that spurred a discovery that changed the way we practice health, which led to more questions and more discoveries that changed more ways we practice health. And on it goes. Introducing OHSU Health, a system of doctors and nurses, researchers, clinics, and hospitals, all working together to build a better way to wellness. Welcome back. Top of the second here at Bob Brock. Aaron Davenport against Chad Stevens to start this second inning. Stevens hitting 286. And he looks at a first pitch strike. Three singles and a double for Stevens. As he slaps one down the right field line. This one hooking. That's a fair ball. Stevens around first, going to second. The throw in is cut off, and it's a leadoff double for Chad Stevens. And the Knights are cooking with gas to start the second inning. So second double in 4 games for Stevens. And Andy Armstrong stands in. Armstrong tied for the lead in RBIs in the Wild Wild West League with 3. Of course, 5 players, all with 3 RBIs, stacked the leaderboard.
So the first hit of the night goes to the Knights, and now a go-ahead run in scoring position. As Davenport deals a strike. Armstrong hitting .333. 4 runs, 4 walks on the year. 0-1. Misses away. Misty Stevens is jumpy at second base. He has not tried to steal. One of the few Knights that have not run. For the most part, whenever anybody's on first, Brooke Knight says, go for it. He is uber aggressive. 1-1. Just misses. And they counted 2 balls and 1 strike. Wind is blown out in Bob Brock. Ball's going to carry tonight. Runner at second. The 2-1. Misses inside. And a hitter's count for Andy Armstrong with runners in scoring position. Armstrong. And our last Pickles. And he takes strike 2 when the count is full. Becker Stedman is on deck. The DH for this Westland Knights team. Three-two. Swing and a chopper. Backhand by Jovan. And in plenty of time to first. Pretty play on the short hop by the third baseman out of Oregon. And the runner stays at second. There's 1 gone in the top of the inning. So Decker Stedman, another Oregon player, steps in. A lot of Pac-12 talent on the field today. Runner at second is Stevens after his double. Stedman trying to bring him in and get the icebreaker for the Knights. And he fouls one back. Stedman hitting .250. He's 1 for 4. Did not have an at-bat against Pickles. He's mainly a pitcher at the University of Oregon. Runner goes. Here's a swing and a fly ball into left center field. Cooney with a long way to go. Can he get there? No, it's off the wall. Oh, never mind. It went over the fence. A home run. Decker Stedman goes big fly. Looked like Cooney had a chance. The ball in the deepest part of the ballpark leaves the yard, and it's 2-0 Knights. You know, the ball carries. It looked like Cooney had a chance. He head for his dive, but it barely got over the wall. So in stands James Anderson. And he takes a ball. Big fly by Stedman. Davenport gives up his first run of the Wild Wild West League. A nice jump out to a 2-0 lead. As there's a swing and a miss. And the count of 1-1. A 1-1 on his way. Sue. Plenty of time. And that's out number 2 of the second. So a pair of ground outs to the left side of the infield as Nicholas Klemp comes to bat. with 2 gone and the base is vacant. Nick Klemp from the University of Portland hitting the .333 on base percentage as he waves at the first pitch. At 217 at Portland in 23 at bats. 4 RBIs, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. Trying to get his first knock of the Wild West League. Davenport deals. And there's a ball. The count at 1-1. Swing and a drive down the right field line, hooking foul. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Nicholas Klemp. So the Pickles giving up 2 runs on the 2-run home run by Decker Stedman. Wind's blown out to straight center. That ball was carried out of this ballpark. As Klemp stands in. 1-2-0. Swinging a slow roller. Jovan. Across his body to first. That does it for the second. 2 hits, a 2-run home run. Nobody left the board. Knights with a 2-0 lead over the Pickles. So C.J. Rivers stands into the batter's box as we get set for the bottom of the second. 2-0. Knights on top after the 2-run home run by Decker Stedman, which puts us at 5 total home runs today at Bob Brock. Home runs galore. Rivers swings at the first pitch and drives it down right field line. Low loop shot coming in is Ducar, and he gets under it. Thomas Ducar has out number 1 on the first pitch of the second. And up comes Zach Morgan. Morgan hitting .286. He is 2 for 7 with a pair of RBIs. Morgan and then Boeto in the second. Fennings sits and deals. And a foul right back to the press box. Down to 0-1. A 2 spot for the Knights. And the visitor half of the inning. Pickles looking to respond. Here's a swing and a drive into left center field. Briley Knight dives. And he makes the catch. What a play by the center fielder. And there's 2 gone in the second. Add him to the resume. Bradley Knight's putting together a highlight reel here in the Wild Wild West League. The catcher from SCU steps in. So the opening offering to Boweto. Fennings sets and deals. Yeesh. Strike 2. We don't have a radar gun up here, but Fennings is throwing hard. Hardest we've seen. 0-2. See you later. 3 up, 3 down. To the third we go. 2-0 Knights here at Bob Rock.
It started with a checkup that led to a question that spurred a discovery that changed the way we practice health, which led to more questions and more discoveries that changed more ways we practice health. And on it goes. Introducing OHSU Health, a system of doctors and nurses, researchers, clinics, and hospitals, all working together to build a better way to wellness.
So 9-1-2. Thomas Ducard steps in, top third here at Bob Rock. Davenport sets and deals. And a swing and a fly ball slicing down the left field line. This one going back and it drops foul. Some hard hit foul balls from the Knights. And the count at 0-1. Thomas Ducard, second in the league in average, hitting .429. The 0-1 to him. He takes strike 2. Davenport's 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strikeout. Number 2 for Aaron Davenport is his first out of the third. And Jake Holcroft comes to the batter's box as the lineup card is flipped. That last inning for Jake Fennings was 6 pitches, and he got Tony Boweto on a 3-pitch strikeout. Pretty efficient. And here's a swing, and this ball is slapped into center field for a base hit. Jake Holcroft on the first pitch he sees, gets a single. Third hit of the ball game for the Knights, and there's a runner aboard with 1 gone for Bradley Knight. So Bradley Knight, who made an absolutely terrific play in center field, steal a hit away from Zach Morgan. Looks at a first pitch ball from Davenport. Holcroft took off back in the first and was caught stealing. Let's see if he tests Boeto again. I'm sure Boeto would want him to. 1-0 on its way. Nope. Throw over to first. Two runs, 3 hits, no errors. For the Knights. Trying to add some more here in the third. And a ball outside, 2-0. Riley Knight flew out shallow center his last time up. As he swings and pops one up. Left side, Jovan backs up and makes the catch. And there's one. So up comes Jake Ducart. Struck out looking in the first. Davenport deals to Ducart. And a strike. Pitch is working for Davenport. And the wind is picking up here at Bob Brock. Balls are going to carry out to center. We already saw Stedman hit one that way, and he got a home run. Here's a slow roller. Lightgeb to second, and that does it. Top of the third, 1 hit, 1 left aboard. We go to the bottom of the inning. Lightgeb to lead things off. So Jake Fennings is out and Colton Meyer into the ball game, the pitcher from Linfield College, to face Brandon Lightgeb. As we get start, the bottom of the third. Meyer with a 4.18 ERA. At Linfield, as he deals a first pitch ball, is 1-0 in 5 appearances, 23 and 2/3 pitched. He made 12 starts in 13 games and had 54 strikeouts in 60 innings. 1-0. all upstairs. Meyer pitched an inning against the Gherkins on Sunday, July 12th. He gave up a walk, picked up 2 strikeouts and no runs. He also pitched against the Pickles and had 2 perfect innings. As there's strike 1 in the count of 2-1 to Lightgeb. That's ball 3 upstairs in a hitter's count. With the Pickles, you got to feel good with Jake Fennings out of the game. He looked unhittable. Only spent 2 innings on the mound. Brook Knight said he's seen enough. And a wave at a 3-1, and the count is full 3-2. And like him, searching for his first Wild West League knock. He's 0 for 3 with a walk and a strikeout. 3-2-2. And he taps one back to the screen, and the at-bat continues. It'll be Lightgeb, Scoro, Sioux in this 3rd inning. Knights with a 2-0 lead thanks to the Chad Stevens double, and then a Decker Stedman 2-run home run. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. See ya. Brandon Lightgeb strikes out. First batter, first K for Colton Meyer. And up comes Gabe Scoro. Scoro looks in. The lefty Myers deals. And misses inside. Scoro with 4 walks in all 4 at-bats in the Wild West League. And he swings and rolls one up the middle. Moving to his left is Armstrong, and he's not going to get there. No play. A single for Gabe Scoro, first hit of the ball game for the Picks. And that will bring the go-ahead run to the plate, and his name is Noah Sioux. Sioux struck out swinging in the first. Davenport has been caught stealing once. As Sioux ropes one down the right field line, that's going to be a base hit. To 3rd on the play, it goes Scoro, and he's in there standing. Pickles with runners at the corners and 1 out as they're cooking here in the bottom of the 3rd. So Christian Cooney to the batter's box. Struck out looking his last time up. Scoro at 3rd, Sioux at 1st. Sioux has 2 stolen bases. He's not been caught stealing this year. And a pitch home. Swing and a miss. Cooney at the plate. Tying runs on the base paths. And a throw over to first. Myers sets at the letters. 0-1. Strike on the inside and a 0-2 count. The big righty for the Picks. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Pickles trying to tie things up in the bottom of the 3rd. Runner goes. A swing and a drive into the gap in right center. This ball going back and reaching up and making the catch is Thomas Dukart. Tagging on the play is Gabe Scorio. The Pickles get on the board on a deep fly ball from Christian Cooney. And it's 2-1 Knights here in the third. Sue goes back to first base. He was running on contact. And back-to-back knocks and a sacrifice fly. The Pickles trailing 2-1. Hudson Bajorek, who walked his last time up, but that was against Jake Fenning, stands in. It's a ball outside. We count to 1-0. They're over to Sue, and he's head first dive into first base. Bottom of the third here at Baumbrach. 2-1. Knights lead the Pickles. And another throw over. Sue is the tying run. Bajorek at the plate is the go-ahead. One-0. Upstairs. Down to 2 balls and no strikes. Bajorek, 1 for 6 in the Wild Wild West League. 0 for 2 last time he faced the Knights. 2-0 on its way home. Strike on the inside and the count at 3-1. Throw over again to Sue. Of a 10. Oh, Sue. Sometimes that can mess with a pitcher's rhythm. It definitely messes with the batter's rhythm. So see if Bajorek is still able to lock in after all those throws over to first. 2-1 on his way. Swinging a pop-up. Right center field. Thomas Dukart has the final out of the inning. 2 hits, 1 run, 1 left aboard. It's 2-1. The Knights lead the Pickles.
What we've developed is a concept that is based upon a friendship partnership, but there's much more to it than that.
It was an adventure. What happened today, it was like making an adventure. Let's go. What will happen?
The Venados came to us and said, we've got real talent down here and we want you to see them. And whatever happens, happens. But what it started to become was something a lot more special than that.
Sport is a bridge, and I think this is the beginning of a journey that is going to develop into something very, very special.
They all have that same dream of playing baseball at the next level. Everybody came together in this old ballpark for baseball and couldn't have had more fun.
I can only imagine that it's going to be electric, for us to experience, and then hopefully we can kind of bring some of that love back to them, and hopefully it's a good game and it's exciting.
We came down here with a goal to expand baseball and expand culture, and it's the universal language.
So Chad Stevens stands in. Doubled his last time up. And he looks at a first pitch ball. Pickles with 2 hits in the third. Scored a run. 1-0. And a pop-up. Scoro gets under it. And has out number 1. One gone, the base is empty, and in comes Andy Armstrong, who grounded out to third his last time up. Davenport deals. And a ball upstairs. Those wondering who was in the stands to see Jake Fennings. Here's the 1-0. It's on the outside. It was the Tigers, the Rangers, the Marlins, the Giants, the Royals, the Rays, the Red Sox, the Yankees, the Cubs, the Reds, the Pirates, the Mets, the White Sox, and the Brewers. Hope you got all that. There'll be a quiz after. 2-0 on its way to Armstrong. Jovan. Plenty of time. And Kenyon Jovan has made some pretty plays over there at third. There's 2 gone in the fourth. Everybody knows there's 14 scouts in the crowd. And so it is going to lock in a little bit more, maybe than they would a regular game. Decker Stedman, whose 2-run home run fooled me his last time up, takes a first pitch strike. Oh, 1. And strike 2. Davenport's feeling it. He knows there's scouts in the crowd. 0-2. Swing and a miss. See ya. 3 up, 3 down in the fourth. To the bottom of the inning we go. 2-1. Knights lead the Pickles.
It started with a checkup that led to a question that spurred a discovery that changed the way we practice health, which led to more questions and more discoveries that changed more ways we practice health. And on it goes. Introducing OHSU Health, a system of doctors and nurses, researchers, clinics, and hospitals, all working together to build a better way to wellness.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Mascot Olympics. Summer Olympics not going on, but we got something arguably better. The Mascot Olympics. Lil P, Gigi, and Dylan. Musical chairs. Let's see who can get it. Gigi took gold in the last games. Lil P takes the chair from Gigi, and it's Dylan and Lil P. The Gherkins pull a fast one on the Grey Wolves like they did this morning. And now there's Dylan and Lil P. Big bro versus Lil bro. Who's going to take the last chair? If I'm Lil P, I'm grabbing that thing. Music's playing. Who's circling? Dylan, Lil P. Lil P at first. Dylan pushing him off. And it's Dylan with a win. Take that, says Dylan. And Lil P falls to defeat. So a gold for Dylan, a gold for Gigi. Lil P finishes with 2 silvers. And that is our Mascot Olympics on day 2. We'll be back tomorrow. You don't want to miss it here at Bob Rock. So back to baseball. Kenyon Jovan in the batter's box, who's flashed the leather a couple of times today, but would also love to flash some wood. Jovan, a foul pop out to first, his last time up. Myers, Dews. Swing and a little blooper, and it's caught by Stevens. So Jovan in on the hands. And up comes CJ Rivers with one gone. The base is empty. Well, it's the fourth inning. After this inning, we'll have This Day in Baseball. Rivers looks in. Meyer deals. And a ball inside. Count at 1-0. Pickles put a run in the bottom third. 2-1 to the Westland Knights. The battle for first place. His ball away. Down at 2-0. To the first baseman, Rivers. And he looks at a strike. Rivers flew out to right field. Thomas Ducard able to get out. Ducard's been busy. A couple of balls have gone his way. Rivers with a 2-1 count. And make it 2-2. Oh, in the dirt. And the count runs full 3-2. Rivers, a sophomore at Cal State Bakersfield. At 231 in his 5 games there. Payoff pitch to him. And he swings and pops one up. And unable to get there is Stevens. That's a fair ball and a base hit for Rivers. Looked like Anderson had it. Stevens says, I got it. But he was lying. He didn't have it. Wind got that one, kind of blew it back towards the field. And up comes Zach Morgan. Morgan was robbed of a hit on a line drive to center, and Briley Knight made another terrific play. It seems like we can't go a game without Briley Knight making a highlight play. Runner on first, and a throw over. Rivers doesn't look like he has speed, but he stole 2 bases, and he has not been caught stealing. So he's proven he has the ability to take 90 feet and move into scoring position. Tying run is aboard. Go ahead at the plate. And a strike to Zach Morgan. Morgan finished third on his Fresno State team in hits in the shortened season. 0-1. And he swings and laces one into center. Briley Knight with a long way to go. Still going back. He reaches up and makes the catch. Zach Morgan robbed twice by Briley Knight. And there's 2 gone. So the catcher from Santa Clara, Tony Boeto, steps into the batter's box, struck out swinging his last time up. Bottom 4, 2 outs. Rivers at first. And a first pitch ball. Boeto's 1 hit in the league came against the Gherkins on opening night on July 11th, just under 2 weeks ago. There's a ball outside. Two balls and no strikes. Boedo, bottom four here at Bob Brock. Meyer looking first, goes home. And swing it a foul on the 2. Pickles got on the board in the bottom of the third, trying to tie things up. Here in the bottom of the fourth. 1 on, 2 gone. And a swing and a miss. Count levels out at 2-2 to Boedo. Boedo, his junior year, hit .256. In 39 at-bats, hit 3 doubles and 7 RBIs. 2-2. Up and outside, runner goes. The throw in plenty of time. Rivers got a late jump, and he is caught stealing. To the 5th we go. It's a 2-1 Knights lead. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the top of the 5th here at Bob Brock. Aaron Davenport still on the mound. We'll get you this day in baseball, July 24th, 1968, 52 years ago. Holt Wilhelm of the Chicago White Sox appears in his 907th game, breaking Cy Young's record for most appearances. The future Hall of Famer pitches a scoreless inning of relief and picks up a no decision in Chicago's 1-0 loss to the Oakland A's. 907. It's a lot of games. We've only had 4 here in the Wild Wild West League. For each team, that is. So James Anderson, 7-8-9 to face Davenport. Here in the top of the 5th. This one moving along quickly. And a swing and a foul to the screen. Pinstripes versus whites. Davenport deals. The ball up and inside. The count of 1-1. Since the 2-run home run by Decker Stedman, as there's a ball by Davenport. Aaron Davenport has given up 1 hit. Single by Holcroft, and he was left there. 2-1. Swinging a high pop-up, right center field. Cooney coming in. Cooney makes the catch in front of Scoro. Those two will talk about it. And Davenport gets his first down. Cooney, every time he starts to run hard, he loses his hat. A little too big. So Nicholas Clem in the now pieces empty, top 5. Davenport with the long blonde hair. Kicks high and deals home. Swing and a miss. Clem grounded out to Jovan to end the 2nd inning. Davenport has retired 4 in a row. Make that 6 in a row, excuse me. There's a ball outside, and the count of 1-1. Wind blown hard out to center. And Davenport throwing a ball. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors for the Knights. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for the Pickles. A rematch. Davenport working quickly, and he gets strike 2. When Davenport starts to work quickly, look out. I'm a batter. I'm taking my time as I step out of that batter's box, trying to throw off that rhythm, but you saw what he did against the Gherkins. 2-2 is bounced into the Knights dugout. Jake Leica barehanding the one-hopper. 2-2 to Clem. Ball misses, and the count full of 3-2. Thomas Ducard is on deck. He struck out swinging back in the 3rd. Three-two. Swing and a miss. See ya. Nicholas Klemp is down with a strikeout. 4th of the game for Davenport, and up comes Thomas Ducard. Around the K-man adds another K. And the pitch home to Ducard. There's a ball inside. Swing and a foul. Last time these two teams faced off, Knights were up 5-0. Going into the bottom of the 8th, and the Pickles tied things up. As the 1-1 is bounced foul. But then the Knights put up 4 runs in the top of the 9th inning. Pickles did not have a chance to climb back. Knights would end up winning 9-5, and they took first place and remain undefeated in the Wild Wild West League. And the 1-2. Swinging a big chopper, Davenport. Underhand toss to Rivers, and a 1-2-3 5th inning. 8 in a row retired by Aaron Davenport. Halfway home, 2-1, Knights lead.
It started with a checkup that led to a question that spurred a discovery that changed the way we practice health, which led to more questions and more discoveries that changed more ways we practice health. And on it goes. Introducing OHSU Health, a system of doctors and nurses, researchers, clinics, and hospitals, all working together to build a better way to wellness.
So to the bottom of the 5th we go. Tony Boeto back in the batter's box. He had a 2-2 count before C.J. Rivers was caught stealing. And so now he'll get another chance with a clean slate against Colton Meyer. Bottom of the 5th. Opening offering to Boeto. And he swings and cranks one foul. Pickles with 3 hits and a run, trailing the Knights 2-1. It's been a close game so far here at Bob Brock. There's a swing and a roller. And unable to handle it is Anderson. Boweto reaches on the E3. And there's one on in the bottom of the 5th. So the tying run is aboard, and in stands Brandon Lightcap, who struck out swinging his last time up. Opportunity for the Pickles to tie things up. Pitch home is a strike on the inside. Lightcap 0 for 4 in his WWWL career. Played 5 games at University of Washington, all late game situations. Pinch hit twice. He was 0 for 2. 0-1. And a tapper back to the screen. Bottom of the 5th here at Bob Brock. 0-2 to Lightcap. Boweto aboard on an air. Leads at first. Myers. In the 0-2. Swing, and this ball is laced into left center field as it drops and rolls all the way to the wall. Rounding third, coming home is Tony Boweto. The throw in is wide. Boweto scores with ease. Going to third on the play, and out is Lightcap. But an RBI double. It's a 2-2 ball game in the bottom of the 5th. 7-2-5 gets Lightcap after his double. Boweto comes around to score on the RBI. And just like that, we're all knotted up at 2. So Gabe Scoro, who singled and scored the first one of the game for the Pickles, stand in. And a strike to Scoro. Two-two game. Knights and the Pickles going toe-to-toe. There's a ball in the dirt. The count of 1-1. Still only one out here in the inning. The Scoro, and then the lineup card will be flipped with Sue and Cooney due up. 1-1. Here's a ball on the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Meyer deals. And a ball below the knees. 3 balls and 1 strike. And ball 4. So Scoro takes the walk. The go-ahead run is aboard. And up comes Noah Sue. Again, an absolutely gorgeous night here at Bob Brock. You have to come out to a game. It is beautiful here in Aurora, Oregon. Runner on first, 1 out. Pickles trying to take a lead. Sue takes the ball. Sue singled, was left stranded at first. His last time up. 2-2 game after the Pickles scored. But Scoro is aboard for the second time. And Sue swings and snaps one the other way down the left field line. Holcroft gets to it. And there's 2 gone in the bottom of the 5th. So up comes Christian Cooney, who struck out looking his first time up and hit a sacrifice fly to deep right field. Opening offering to Cooney. And he looks at a strike. Cooney, of course, will forever be known for his inaugural Wild West League home run. Over the left field wall. 1 on, 2 gone. Bottom 5. And the 0-1 runner goes. Ball on the outside. The throw. In plenty of time. Scorer is caught stealing. And that does it for the 5th. Don't go anywhere. When we come back in the 6th, Parker Huffman will be joining us. It's a 2-2 game here at Bob Brock. So Jake Holcroft stands in. Top 6, Carlo Jimenez alongside Parker Huffman. Parker, great to have you back.
I'm glad to be back, man. Glad to be back.
So as we get a first pitch ball. Well, the Pickles able to tie things up in the bottom half of the 5th. Pretty good base running by Tony Boeto. He went from first to home on a double.
Yeah, pretty nice. We had a couple other not so great base running happenings there, but that's all right. Tied the game up. I think we're just about where we expected to be.
Yeah, it was interesting. Did you get a chance to watch the Mascot Olympics today?
I did see the Mascot Olympics. That was a pretty slide chair pull by Lil P there. Got to give him credit. Not surprised. Pulling something like usual, but very entertaining.
What's interesting, I think, Lil P, right, tackled Dylan yesterday, pulls the chair today, but Lil P hasn't won anything.
Still not
just
on
playing
the board.
dirty, playing dirty.
Yeah, that's kind of his game, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him get on the board soon.
I mean, you gotta hope when you're cheating so much.
Yeah.
So up is Riley Knight. Riley Knight, see his catch in center field. He's had some terrific plays today.
Yeah, I mean, this whole tournament or season, if you will.
As he bloops this one into no man's land for a base hit. He's digging for 2, and now he holds up. Hello. Just a little stop and go.
But yeah, he's had a great little string of, 4 games now? Looking pretty solid out there.
Yeah, I think every game he's had a hit now after that little bloop single.
Now, I'm not going to say it, Carla. I'm not going to say the two words, but we'll see what happens if this game ends in a tie and those guys have, competition of who can hit the most balls over the fence.
Yeah, I mean, all I know is if it ends in the tie, supposedly it gets interesting. That's all I'm going to say.
We'll see.
I mean, we got a long way to go.
Yeah, I've heard there's been some jinxes on that, so I'm not going to say the 2 words.
No. I think the words you're looking for is go Pickles. Right?
Yeah, that's right. That's it.
Go Pickles. So a runner on. Bradley Knight's stolen some bases, but he has been caught stealing too. He's 2 for 2 with 2 stolen bases, 2 caught stealing. You think he'll run here?
We'll see. He looks a little jumpy over there.
Coach Knight loves to send his kid. Oh, I think he was going right there.
It was looking like it.
Parker, does it get any better than this? I mean, how gorgeous is it here? This is ridiculous.
It's just amazing to be out here. I'm feeling spoiled, to be honest. Got to be grateful every day. This stadium is just fantastic. This field even better. And it's a lot of fun to be out here.
Yeah, Randy Brock does a terrific job. I mean, we feel like we spend a lot of time here, but that man, I think
my gosh,
his house might as well be in center field.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, Kevin Herb said it. I'm pretty sure he cuts the lines with scissors. There's not a blade of grass that's not accounted for.
Ball gets away, Knight to second. And the Knights with Bradley Knight in scoring position. The go-ahead run. It hasn't been the cleanest game for the Pickles today. Some base running errors, their first fielding error right there.
Well, geez, and Davenport's really throwing a pretty good game, but just that one bomb. That's all it takes.
Ball carried a little bit, barely got out.
Carried. See the flag out there in center field blowing right out.
Hit it towards the scoreboard. It's going to the fence. Knight has stolen third before. Time is called. And how about, Jake Fennings, we only got to see 7 batters, but boy, he looked good.
Yeah, I think he's showing the scouts and everybody else exactly what they expected. Good-looking guy there.
So up is one of the Ducart bros, Jake Ducart. Reach on a fielder's choice. Davenport. 2-1. Swinging this one into the gap into left center. This is going to be trouble. Bradley Knight with speed on his way home. He's in there easily. Ducart into second. It's an RBI double, and the Knights respond to take a 3-2 lead. Not exactly what we wanted to see.
No.
It's been that kind of game, though. One team will put up a couple, another team responds. Back and forth baseball with it's fun to watch when you get a run or two every inning.
Yes, absolutely. Keep the action going. These two teams are top notch. It's been a lot of fun so far.
Yeah, and I think when the Gray Wolves start to add some pitching, you really see the Pickles, the Knights, and the Gray Wolves, 3 teams. You don't know who's going to win any night.
Yeah, you can't sleep on those Gray Wolves. The loss today to the Gherkins is, I think, that surprised everybody. But
can't sleep on the Gherkins either.
I guess not.
4 home runs and a grand slam.
Yeah.
Did not see that one coming. We talked about the hair that we've seen out here.
Yes.
But does anything top the hair of Aaron Davenport?
No, there's no way. What a great hairstyle for Hawaii. You guys got to fit right in out there, and he's looking good.
So it looks like we're going to have a pitching meeting. Don't call it a change just yet. Parker, why don't you give us today's trivia?
Great time for that. All right, let's see what we got. Detroit pitcher Joel Zumaya once missed 3 games after injuring himself doing what?
It's a good one. Tough to guess. I did not get it the first time.
I would have had no idea on that one. If someone gets that one right, I am going to be very impressed.
Trevor Bauer-esque move.
Yes.
Play with Jones. Unless your name is Ross Campbell.
Yeah, seems like that's all he's doing these days. But can't lie, that drone is amazing, man. Some of the shots you get off of that camera, it's about as big as a quarter. It's some of the best footage I've seen.
Chad Stevens hits one foul. Runner on second, 1 out. Knights have already added a run. So Davenport's still in the game, and he's got to get out of this jam here to keep this one close. Do not want to allow the Knights, with how good their pitching is, to try to add some runs.
Yeah, it could get dangerous here, but I got all the confidence in Davenport.
As this ball is laced into center field. Cooney under it. Dukart not tagging, and there's 2 outs. So that's what the Pickles need. An L8 for out number 2, and up comes Andy Armstrong. Pickles will have the big hitters coming up. Cooney, Bajork, Jovan. One guy we really haven't seen blossom a lot. Kenyon Jovan's 1 for 10 so far.
Yeah, I don't think he's quite done what he's wanted to do, but we still got quite a few games left. Every guy takes their own time to get back into the swing of things, and he's definitely had some nice plays out in the field, say that. So
he's flashed the leather a couple times, some backhanded plays, a lot of plays moving to his right.
Yeah.
So Armstrong stands in, runner at second, 2 outs. 1-0 to him. He's grounded out to third both times. And he knifes this one down the right field line, hooking a foul.
Carlo, we got a trivia winner.
Already,
man.
Woo!
Looks like we got Kelly Wilson with the correct answer. Very impressive. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt and say she didn't Google that one.
What's the answer, Parker?
Oh,
Give it to us.
Sorry, yeah. Guitar Hero. That's how he injured himself.
Whew. Hopefully he didn't buy Guitar Hero 2.
Well, I just hope he is playing on expert mode. He's playing on beginner. I mean, come on, man.
That would be tough. How do you explain that?
Yeah, I mean, it's unexplainable regardless, but
this ball's muscled towards short. Noah Sue can't handle it. And everybody is safe. So a E6. 2 errors in the inning for the Picks. And it looks like Davenport's night is over. We're going to take a quick break and come right back. Don't play too much Guitar Hero. Top of the 6th, rolling. So welcome back to an art show. No, just kidding. It's Bob Brock, but it looks like art here on this beautiful Friday afternoon. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I gotta pinch myself sometimes out here.
I'm saying, man, feeling spoiled.
So we got a new pitcher on the mound for the first time. Willie Weiss at the University of Michigan picks in the College World Series as a freshman.
Yeah.
Parker, he's showing his knees.
Yeah, I don't know about that look.
Runner goes. Striking the outside. I think Spoeto's just letting him go.
That is a bold. It looked uncomfortable. You know what? You play well, you can wear whatever you want.
Well, he needs an out. 2 in scoring position. Swing and a miss. Well, that worked well. You're right, though. If he comes out here, goes 2 innings, no hits, then hey,
all the more to him.
It is quite the look, though. I am a little disappointed because his Michigan's pictures, he was rocking some rec specs.
Oh, I love a good pair of rec specs, man.
When you're good and you got rec specs,
yeah. I mean, that's intimidating.
That's what I'm saying. So 2 on, 2 out, 1-2. Stedman, who had the 2-run home run. Ball gets back to the dirt. Coming home is Ducart, and he slides safely. Wild pitch scores Thomas Ducart. It's 4-2. And Andy Armstrong heads to third. Oh, man. Maybe you got to pull the pants down.
Oh, and he does.
There you go.
That's a tough pitch, but I really would have liked to see Tony go down to the knees there.
Yeah. The Knights are uber aggressive. I mean, that's one thing we know.
Yep.
If they see any hope of a stolen base or an extra base, they're going.
Yeah, they see that ball hit the dirt, you can pretty much count on them moving.
So Weiss, dirt all over his jersey. Gets a swing and a miss.
There you go.
Stedman, and that does it for the top of the 6th. Not before the Knights get 2 runs and take a 4-2 lead. Parker will stay with us to the bottom of the 6th we go. 4-2 Knights.
What we've developed is a concept that is based upon a friendship partnership, but there's much more to it than that.
It was an adventure. What happened today, it was like making an adventure. Let's go. What will happen?
The Venados came to us and said, we've got real talent down here and we want you to see them. And whatever happens, happens. But what it started to become was something a lot more special than that.
Sport is a bridge, and I think this is the beginning of a journey that is going to develop into something very, very special.
They all have that same dream of playing baseball at the next level. Everybody came together in this old ballpark for baseball and couldn't have had more fun.
I can only imagine that it's going to be electric, for us to experience, and then hopefully we can kind of bring some of that love back to them, and hopefully it's a good game and it's exciting.
We came down here with a goal to expand baseball and expand culture, and it's the universal language.
So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the 6th, Carlo Jimenez with Parker Huffman. Parker, we got another pitching change. Cooper Barnum on the mound for the Knights.
Yep. They've seen him before, haven't they?
Yeah, Barnum pitched 2 innings against the Pickles on Tuesday, July 14th, 10 days ago. Had 2 walks, 4 strikeouts, 1 hit. You know, that's one thing that's going to change as we go forward. Of course, this 2 weeks is such a sprint, but when you start seeing guys for a second time, for a third time, I think we're going to see our hits go up a little bit as the league continues.
Good time, good spot in the lineup to start making something happen here. Come up with an answer.
Got the lights down the low now.
Well,
so
they were out last night too.
Yeah, I think we'll continue play, but Cooney stands in. Lights out, game on here at the bottom of the 6th. But not too much game of guitar here.
Yes.
First pitch ball to Cooney. Cooney, a sacrifice fly his last time up. When he was batting last time in the 5th, he was facing Meyer. As he swings a nice one into right center field. Ducard coming forward. He slides, and he makes the catch.
That was a nice play.
I mean, the Knights have been good on the offensive end, but defensively, they're a team that makes plenty of spectacular plays and not a lot of errors.
No, it's a talented group. That's no question there.
They are very good. So Hudson Bajorek stands in. He's got a walk and a fly out to right. Thomas Ducard has done a lot in right field, too. First pitch to Bajorek. And a ball outside. The Knights put up 2 runs in the 2nd and the 6th. Pickles with a run in the 3rd and 5th. Bajorek looked at a strike.
I looked a little inside there, but that's all right.
Strike zones waver a little bit here in the WWWL.
Yeah.
What do you think? Should we call it that, or should we call it the 3WL? Like I can't.
I know. I've gone back and forth. It's kind of tough. I think you got to stick with WWWL.
I mean, it sounds good. It's a little long.
A little long.
But I'll take it. It's a Wild Wild West League, baby.
Yeah. Might as well just go with that.
Close. Count at 2-2. Cat Karoff, a great artist, suggested triple dub L.
Ooh.
Not
bad. Not bad.
Could see that. So a full count to Bajorek. Jovan on deck. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. So it's down for Jovan. Kenyon Jovan. Let's see some.
Yeah, good time to get something started for yourself here, huh?
Yeah.
Gosh, that guy's got a body right there.
A lot of power.
Wow. It's a hack.
Hopefully everybody's all right. Jovan has been drafted twice, actually. He's denied both times and continues to play baseball. He was a pitcher before having an arm injury.
Yeah, I know. Different injuries. It's been kind of tough, kind of tough to see, but still put up some great numbers, and he's still out here. Got a chance to keep playing in the future.
And he looks at a ball. Drafted by the Mariners in 2016 and by the Angels in 2019. A lot of talent here in the Wild Wild West League. A lot of talent.
I'm telling you, man. If you guys get a chance, if you're listening, come out and see some of this Wild Wild West League action. I highly recommend it.
The 1-1 is upstairs, 2-1. We got the same 2 games tomorrow, which should be interesting. Yep. We haven't had that yet.
No.
So teams will switch dugouts, but play each other. I think that's good for the league. Get 2 evenly matched games.
Yeah, I think
this one's muscled left side. And that does it for the 6. Well, Parker, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me again, man. We'll just make it a thing now.
Yeah, we'll see you 2:30 tomorrow, 6th inning.
I'll plan on it.
4-2. Knights lead the Pickles on this gorgeous Friday night.
It started with a checkup that led to a question that spurred a discovery that changed the way we practice health, which led to more questions and more discoveries that changed more ways we practice health. And on it goes. Introducing OHSU Health, a system of doctors and nurses, researchers, clinics, and hospitals, all working together to build a better way to wellness.
So James Anderson, 7-9 to face Willie Weiss. Thanks to Parker Huffman for joining us in the 6. Always great to have Parker. Anderson grounded out and flew out. Over to Joffrey, 2. And he swings and slaps one on the first for number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out for Willie Weiss. So Nicholas Kleb comes up to bat. Over to Joffrey de Clem. And there's a strike. Our producer / button pusher, John Sandylands, faced Willie Weiss. We won't tell you how he did, but 0-1. John claims he beat Willie in middle school. One out, 0-2 count to Nicholas Kleb, the pitch. On the outside. The count of 1-2. And strike 3 on the outside. Weiss gets a strikeout and the second out of the 7th. As up comes Thomas Ducard. Ducard 0 for 2 with a ground out to the pitcher and a strikeout. 4-2 Knights. Top 7 here at Bob Brock. Ball up and outside. The count at 1-2. A sold out Friday night crowd here to Rural Oregon, where the sunset is all that much more pretty. 1-0 misses, and it's 2 balls and no strikes to Duca. The 2-0 on the way. Swing and a miss. Ooh. Weiss looks in. And another wave. Willie Weiss and fastball's coming, try to hit. See if he goes breaking ball. Here in a 2-2. 2 outs, top 7. Strike 3 on the inside. Fastball in there for a strikeout. 3 up, 3 down in the 7th. Let's stretch. 4-2, Knights lead. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you stretch bottom 7. 4 Knights see Rivers stands in. And he looks at a ball on the outside. Knights picked up 2 runs in the 2nd, 2 in the 6th. Pickles scored 1 in the 3rd and 1 in the 5th. You 1-0. Rivers waves. The count at 1 ball, 1 strike. CJ singled in the 4th, but was caught stealing on a stolen base attempt, which he did not get a good jump on. 1-1. Swing and a miss. The count at 1-2. And the 1-2 home. Swing and a miss, another high fastball. And Rivers is down on the strikeout as up comes Zach Morgan. So Cooper Barnum deals Morgan with a big chopper. Backhand, throw to first, in time from Stevens. A pretty play from the second baseman for the Westland Knights. And Zach Morgan has seen all three of his balls in play, resulting in outs due to some nice plays by the Knights. When comes Tony Arnone, or Alec, excuse me. And for Tony Boedo, first pitch. And he taps it back to the screen. Opportunity for Barnum to go quickly here in the bottom of the 7th. Lights have come on here at Bob Brock on this Friday night between the two top dogs in the league. Ball up and in. Alec 0 for 5 in his 3 games in the Wild Wild West League. 1-1-2. And he looks at a ball away. He did score a run against the Grey Wolves as he was walked. Two one. Swinging a high pop up into the seats. The count levels out at 2-2. Bottom 7. Knights 4. Pickles 2. Barnum kicks and deals. And the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Arnone out of Cal State Northridge sat out the shortened season due to NC2A transfer rules. As he swings and look out. Knights bolt dugout. Protected by a screen. Wind still blowing strong to center. Balls will carry. Pickles need a couple runs. 3-2. Back to the screen. Light Gabby's on deck. Should Arnone reach? In the 3-2. Check swing and a ball outside. So Arnone into the game and onto the base pass. With his 2-out walk, and up comes Brandon Lightgap. Lightgap doubled back in the 5th, which brought home Tony Boedo for the last run for the Pickles. And he looks at a ball up and away. Lightgap 1 for 2. He represents the tying run. Hit it to the scoreboard. Ball will carry the rest of the way. Here's a foul. We get 1 ball, 1 strike. Knights will have the top of the lineup in the 8th. Pickles, bottom of the 7th. Trying to add a run and cut into the lead. Ball low and away, and the count at 2-1. Bottom of the lineup trying to get something done for the Picks and to avenge their loss 10 days ago. 2-1. And a strike low and away. And they count at 2-2. Arnone with his lead at first after his walk. Brandon Lightgap looks towards Barnum. Swing and a miss. A strikeout to end the 7th. To the 8th we go. Knights up by 2 over the Pickles. So to the top of the 8th we go. Jake Holcroft to face Christian Hemorich, the lefty for the Pickles. Pitched against the Gherkins in the inaugural game. Pitched 2 middle innings. His first pitch is upstairs. Through 32 pitches, allowed 1 hit, 1 run. The only run of the game. Gave up a walk, but earned the win. At Western Oregon, he made 7 appearances, all in relief. 1-0 to Holcroft. Puts the bunt down, and a foul. Holcroft and Knight, these two will be teammates in the spring of 2021. Hemorich, fastball, curveball, upper 80s. Out of San Francisco. It's a swing and a miss. Count 1-2. Holcroft singled in the 3rd, walked in the 1st, was caught stealing. And the 1-2. Ball just misses. And the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes. The Gherkins beat the Grey Wolves. Can the Pickles beat the Knights? A sweep for Portland for the Knights remain undefeated. 2-2. Holcroft backs up. With now 3 balls, 2 strikes. I almost wonder if Jake Holcroft's mad at himself for not just taking that ball in the thigh and taking first base. Of course, instinct tells you to get out of the way. Payoff pitch. And he swings and slaps one up the middle for a base hit. Holcroft is aboard with a leadoff single. And the leadoff man does his job as up comes Bradley Knight. Knight singled and scored back in the 6th. Said some nice plays in the field. Hamrich gives up the leadoff single. Can he get out of the jam here in the 8th? And a pitch strike. Lefty on left matchup. As Bradley Knight taps one foul. Knight has a 4-game hitting streak. He's got a hit in all 4 games. Although he's never had a multi-hit game. He's got 1 today. Hitting .333 on the year. 1 on, nobody out. 0-2 to the coach's son is upstairs. He's down at 1-2. Bradley Knight gets the signs from his dad. Holcroft with good speed leads over at first. 1-2. Runner goes. And a swing and a foul. Look out. Almost clipped somebody in the Knights dugout. Couple times that has happened tonight. We're in the top of the 8th. 4-2 lead for the visitors. Our first of a 3 days of doubleheaders. Knight looks in towards Hamrich. And looks at the ball outside. Count at 2-2. Bradley Knight transferring from the University of Utah to the University of Portland. Calls Corvallis, Oregon home. And the 2-2. All upstairs, and Bradley Knight works an 0-2 to a 3-2. So, second straight full count to a Westland Knight batter. Bradley Knight swings and taps one foul. Holcroft was running. Sun is down. The lights are on here at Bob Brock. And the payoff pitch. Swing and blooper left side. Jovan Sue head first dive and he can't get there. So Bradley Knight with his first multi-hit game. And the Wild Wesley enters 2 on with nobody out for Jake Ducar. 2 on, nobody out. Dukart doubled and scored back in the 6th. Hemrich deals. Dukart scored his last time up. He's the last run for the Knights. 1-0. And he rolls one left side. Jovan to second for 1. To first, no throw. Jovan had trouble on the exchange. Could only get 1. Ball was a little bit to the left of Jovan, but I almost wonder he might have had a chance to go back to third and just get the lead runner. Try to work a double play. But Chad Stevens comes up the bat, the cleanup man. Hookoff at third, Dukart at first. Stevens doubled and scored on a Decker Stedman home run. Emmerich deals. All outside. We're seeing the Pickles let the Knights take second base in a similar situation. Interesting what they do here. Dukart has 2 stolen bases. He has not been caught stealing. There's all the count 2-0. Top 8 here at Bob Brock. 4-2 the Knights lead with runners to the corners and only 1 out. Christian Hemrich on the mound. Exhales and throws. Up away. And it's 3 balls and no strikes to Stevens. Andy Armstrong is on deck. He is over 3, reached on an error in the 6th. A base is open. And how aggressive are you to the cleanup man, Stevens? Runner goes. And there's ball 4. So Stevens jogs down first. The bases are loaded. And up comes Andy Armstrong. And out comes head coach Justin Marcus. So we'll take a quick break and come right back. Pitchers meeting, bases loaded, 1 out. Top of the 8th. 4-2, Knights lead. So the bases are loaded for Andy Armstrong. Top 8, Knights with an opportunity to blow this one open. Holcroft at third, Dukart at second, Stevens at first. 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Hemrich deals. And a ball up and away. Hemrich has got to throw a strike. And ball 2 on the outside, boy. 2-0, bases loaded. Nowhere to put Armstrong. If there was ever a time to bring your best stuff, it's right now. And Rich leans over, gets the signs from Arnone. Strike, low and inside, good pitch. And he needed that one to count it 2-1. Friday night here at Bob Brock. 4-2 Knights with the lead, but threatening here in the 8th. 2-1. Swinging a slow roller. This could be 2. Sue to second for 1. The turn. They didn't get him. A runner comes home. The double play got turned. It's 5-2. So 6-4 on a fielder's choice for Armstrong, who picks up the RBI. Dukart to third. Stevens to the dugout, and up comes Decker Stedman. Runners of the corners, 2 out. A run at the top of the 8th. Rich trying to get out of the inning with only 1 run of damage. Pitch home. Strike on the outside. And the count at 0-1. Pickles needed a 5-run bottom of the 8th to tie the game last time they played the Knights. Need at least 3 this time. There's a swing and a miss, ball in the dirt, nobody running. And Stedman in the hole, 0-2. Stedman started off the offense for the Knights with a 2-run home run to center field. Hamrich. And a foul tip. Runners at the corners. Armstrong first. Dukart at third. Two. Strike 3, and that does it for the top of the 8th. 2 left aboard, 1 run in. The Knights increase their lead to 3. It's 5-2 Westland as we head to the bottom of the 8th. Pickles need some runs. Gabe Squirrel looks at a first pitch strike. Bottom of the 8th. Pickles trailing by 3. Pitch from Barnum. Foul. Jennings, Myers. Now Barnum. Bottom 8 here at Bob Brock. A 5-2 lead. 0-2. Swing a one hopper. Stevens gets there to first. Looked like for a second Anderson came off the back. There's one yawn in the 8th. So up comes Noah Sue. Lineup card is flipped. Opening offering, swinging a foul. Bottom 8. 0-1. This is downstairs. The count of 1 ball, 1 strike. Barnum working in his 3rd inning. Looks in towards the leadoff man for the picks and deals. Way up and outside. Count 2 balls, 1 strike. Pickles scored in the 3rd and the 5th. And need some runs in the bottom of the 8th. Take off the pressure for the 9th. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Now the Gherkins put up 8 runs in the bottom of the 8th earlier today. Pickles would put themselves in a good spot if they did the same. 2-2. Back to the screen. Stars starting to come out here in Aurora, Oregon. As we get to the late innings of our 2nd game of our Friday doubleheader. And the 2-2. Inside. Count runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Christian Cooney on deck. Top of the lineup has not done much for the Pickles today. And there's ball 4 away. So Noah Sue with a 1-out walk brings Christian Cooney to the plate with a runner aboard. Knights played a lot of attention to Sue last time he was on base. There's a ball up and away. Barnum sets. And deals a strike. We count of 1 ball, 1 strike to Cooney. Cooney with a sacrifice fly in the 3rd. He is 0 for 2 with an RBI. And the 1-1. Misses up and in. 2 balls and 1 strike. Cooney. By work on deck. 1 out. Bottom 8. Pickles trailing by 3. Barnum to first. With the 3-run deficit, be a little surprised if Sue is running. 2-1 inside. And it's 3 balls and 1 strike, a hitter's count to Cooney. Don't be surprised if we see a hit and run here. Ball 4 up and away, 2 walks, and out comes Brooke Knight. It looks like we're going to get a pitching change here for the Knights. We'll take a quick break, come back. 2 on, 1 gone for the Pickles as Hudson Bayor comes to the plate. Bottom of the 8th here at Bob Brock, and the tying run is at the plate. Hudson Bajorek looks in towards Cooper Barnum. So at second. Cuny at first. They both walked the board. A big fly ties this game. Pitch home. And a strike. Count 0-1. York struck out swinging back in the 6th. A 1. Misses outside and a great block throw over to second. And they did not get to. It was awfully close. Noah was dancing around at second base. So 2 on, 1 gone. Bottom 8. A strike on the inside. Tough pitch. The count of 1-2. Bajorek walked in the first. So for 2. Looking for his first Wild West League RBI. The 1-2. Checks his swing, and he goes. Big strikeout from Barnum. There's 2 gone in the 8th. So up comes Kenyon Yovan, the cleanup hitter. Yovan's only hit in the Wild West League came against the Gherkins on opening night. He is since over 10. Opening offering. And Barnum steps off. Sue at second, Cuny at first. Good speed on the base paths. Opening offering. Misses low and away. Wind is still blowing strong. Ball will carry here at Bob Brock. Kenyon, a late addition to this Pickles team. He's been a consistent starter at third base. Trying to get the bat going. 1-0. And strike 1 on the outside. Yovan doesn't agree. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. And it's 2 balls and a strike to Yovan. Yovan does have an RBI that came against the Knights on Tuesday, July 14th. On a ground down. He's taken 1 walk. Batting average below 100. The 2-1. Swing and a miss, and the count levels out at 2-2. Big time hack. And the third baseman from Oregon. Pickles could use an extra base hit to get back into this ballgame. Knights trying to keep it a 5-2 lead going into the final frame. The 2-2. And a swing and a ball into the gap into left center field. It drops for a base hit. Sue around third. He comes in to score an RBI single from Kenyon Yovan. That's got to feel good And it's a 2-run ball game as the go-ahead run will come to the plate. So Jovan gets his first hit since opening night. And Barnum gives up the baseball. We'll take a break right back. 2 on, 2 out. Pickles down 2 here in the 8th. CJ Rivers stands in, 2 on, 2 out. The go-ahead run at the plate for the Pickles. As Sean Wees delivers a first pitch ball. The freshman at the George Fox University faced the Pickles through an inning and a thirds, gave up 1 hit, 3 strikeouts. Was good out of relief, 1-0. Outside, and 2 balls and no strikes, a hitter's count to CJ Rivers. Rivers has a lot of power. He's a guy that, if we see a home run derby, will most likely bat. And the 2-0. Strike on the outside. And he counted 2-1. At second stands Cooney. At first is Jovan. 2-1 to Rivers. 3-1. Zach Morgan is on deck, and he's had 3 well-hit balls that have all dropped into the gloves of Knights outfielders. Wees needs a strike. Rivers needs a home run. Swing and a miss. And they count at 3-2. An opportunity for the Pickles to tie this game up before the 9th. He's trying to get the final out of the inning. 3-2. Strike 3 on the outside, and CJ Rivers is retired. To the ninth we go. 5-3 lead for the Knights. So a new pitcher in for the Pickles. It's Chad Stoner, the righty, dealing to James Anderson. And a first pitch swing and a miss. Stoner in his only outing against the Gray Wolves. 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. And another swing and a miss. Down 0-2. Anderson, Klemp, and Thomas Newcar. Here in the top of the 9th. 0-2 on the outside. Stoner got the save against the Gray Wolves in a game that ended with a fire. And there's strikeout number 1. Stoner has recorded 7 outs, and they've all been strikeouts. Ron the K-Man is busy down the first baseline, and there's 1 gone. In the top of the 9th, as up comes Jake Lightgeb. Lightgeb facing off against his brother, Brandon. And he takes a strike. Both of them hitting in the 8-hole. One gone, nobody on. And they counted 0-2. Just misses. And they counted a ball and 2 strikes. Lightgeb looks in. Stoner sets and deals. Swing and a miss. 2 up, 2 down on strikeouts. Thomas Ducart comes up to bat. 2 up, 2 strikeouts. Stoner deals. Misses upstairs. 8 outs recorded by the righty, 8 strikeouts. He's chasing Davenport for the lead. There's a strike on the inside. Hopefully some scouts have stayed to see this guy because he is unreal. Stoner's 1-1. Swinging a rocket. Look out. Almost hit some fans in the stands. And the count at 1-2 to Thomas Ducart. Stoner is always uber aggressive early, which helps him stay ahead in the count. And the count at 2-2. Top 9, 5-3. Knights lead the Pickles. Stoner trying to keep it that way. 2-2. Strike 3 on the inside. See ya. The flute man rings him up in the top of the 9th. 3 up, 3 strikeouts. To the bottom of the inning we go. Pickles need a pair of runs. Knights lead 5-3.
What we've developed is a concept that is based upon a friendship partnership, but there's much more to it than that.
It was an adventure. What happened today, it was like making an adventure. Let's go. What will happen?
The Venados came to us and said, we've got real talent down here and we want you to see them. And whatever happens, happens. But what it started to become was something a lot more special than that.
Sport is a bridge, and I think this is the beginning of a journey that is going to develop into something very, very special.
They all have that same dream of playing baseball at the next level. Everybody came together in this old ballpark for baseball and couldn't have had more fun.
I can only imagine that it's going to be electric, for us to experience, and then hopefully we can kind of bring some of that love back to them, and hopefully it's a good game and it's exciting.
We came down here with a goal to expand baseball and expand culture, and it's the universal language.
So Morgan, Brandon Lightcamp, and Alec Arnone. Here in the bottom of the 9th, Pickles trailing 5-3. They need a pair of runs. Swinging a foul by Morgan. Bottom of the 9th. Teams right. And the 1. Swing and a miss. Weeds. In the count, 0-2. Morgan was robbed of a hit in the second on a fly ball to center. Bradley Knight with a head-first dive. 0-2. And a foul right back at us. Pickles put up 1 run in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 8th. They need 2 to stay alive in the 9th. Oh, misses inside. And the count ball 2 strikes. Goose with the bottom of the lineup, the 1-2. Swing and a foul down the right field line. This one drifts over the fence. And off the bar. The count remains at a ball, 8-2 strikes. Tomorrow it will be the same matchups. Teams will switch dugouts. The Pickles and Knights will go back at it. One, two. And a chopper foul. Weeze looks in. Sets. And deals. Swing and a miss. Zach Morgan strikes out, the first out of the night. And up comes Alex Arnone. Arnone swings at the first pitch and count 0-1. Pickles need a base runner. Here's Bob Brock. Not into center field. Bradley Knight gets under it. Number 2. Just like that. The Pickles down to 5. Out. And right now, Jake Lightgeb is catching Weeze and Brandon Lightgeb in the batter's box. Those two brothers will drive home together. Facing off. First pitch. Misses low and away. Bottom of the ninth. 5-3 a lead for the Knights, trying to remain undefeated in the Wild Wild West. 1-0. Up and away. And Brandon Lightgeb ahead of the count, 2-0. Home. Strike at the knees. And the count at 2-1. My brother played University of Washington. 2-1 home. Swing and a miss, and the Pickles down to their last strike. Knights for the win, push their lead to 2 games at the top of the Wild Wild West. Pickles can tie things up. This ball is cracked down the right field line. The count levels out at 2-2. Gabe Scoro is on deck. Should Lightgeb reach. There's a swing and a miss, and this ball game is over. The Knights remain undefeated as they defeat the Pickles 5-3 here at Bob Brock Stadium. We'll see you at 2:30 tomorrow for another Gherkins Grey Wolves game. For our court jester, Parker Huffman, Daniel Barkenhazen, our gyro cam specialist, Kelsey Henry, our light transmitter operator, John Sandylands, our button pusher, Rory Neuenhouse, our boom mic operator, Kat Makaroff, our artist, David Barth, our tech guy, Jackson Thomas, utility, and Gary Walker, the guy who does the numbers. I'm Carlo Jimenez signing off here from Bob Brock. Knights 5, Pickles